Hi, Simba. Thank you so much for joining me today on Zoom. Right.
I've been all right. I've been all right. Just living life, aging. But yeah, now life's been good though. How about yourself?
It's been good. I just graduated, so good to be home and back
Congrats to
home in
you
San
again.
Jose. So, yeah,
Yeah, congrats to you again.
thank you. So you're in Chicago
Sure.
for playing for Chicago Bears now, right?
I currently was not no more.
Not anymore. So are you done? Like, have you finished football, or are you still wanting to stay?
I haven't made that decision yet.
Okay.
Still seeing still exploring my options, but haven't made a decision yet officially.
Okay. Oh, well,
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear what your conclusion comes to, or your
Okay,
destination.
appreciate it.
But I know you
Appreciate it.
started at Eastern Washington, but why did you choose to go so far to school that way?
Whew, part of it was my mom. My mom was one of them. I was thinking about going to college at San Jose State. I was thinking about going
Mhm.
to San Jose State at first, but then my mom played a key factor in it because she wanted us to go as far away as possible to get more experience in life and just to get away from just being in the Bay Area, being home and things like that. So she was like Eastern was our favorite school outside of California.
Okay.
So she was like, I think you guys should go there just to get a new experience, get away from here, and just get a new look at life, pretty much.
Nice. And then how
Yeah.
was the weather transition from California into Eastern Washington?
Um, that's the first time I ever experienced all four seasons
Even
in
like
the.
walking in the snow or falling down, walking to practice, anything
Oh
like
yes, yes, yes. Dorms is walking in and out of the entrance of our building when it's ice, but you can't tell it's ice on the floor. So you take that next step and you just
that?
slip.
Yes,
That makes you just want to go right back into your dorm room and not want to go to class no more. And that would kill
right.
your whole day.
Yes, that's me in Colorado
Yeah.
when I was there. Black ice was no joke. Just walk back and be
Oh
embarrassed.
no joke. I'm already knowing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was terrible. Terrible, terrible experience.
What would you say would be like your biggest like setback that you ever had in life or playing football, and how do you overcame it?
I would say the biggest setback in life at the time, I think I was in college, was when I broke my clavicle bone, my collarbone.
Okay.
And just I never sat out football ever in my life for no injury ever before. So when dealing with that, it was kind of hard. Went through like a sort of depression where I was just sitting at home, recovering, not playing and stuff like that. But then as I started to get better, I'm like, can I come back? No, patience, patience, patience. So I was definitely in my head about it and just had days where like I just wasn't myself.
Mhm.
And but I had to be supportive of my team still, and my obviously my twin brother who was playing as well. And then seeing their success because the team was doing great, I
Mhm.
wanted to be a part of that as well. But I think that I had to learn patience. That's one thing that is hard in life, right? Is patience. But that's one thing that I had to learn was patience, and that things take time. Healing takes time, and what can you do in this meantime to benefit yourself and benefit your environment, but also benefit the team. You can still be a factor on the team, but not obviously on the field. So I think that was the biggest thing was just patience.
Mhm. It's really good. It's like because patience is like very important, and then everyone's like so impatient. They just want to get back to the field and play. But
Literally, literally.
who did you look up to, or like who helped you out in this process of when you hurt your clavicle?
Who would help me out? Ah, well, I would say one thing, staying prayerful. That's one thing that helped me out. But but I would say my teammates, my brother, my roommate, also my roommate Ashanti, but also just my teammates. They were all there for me. They came to come see me in the hospital when I had my surgery. Um, they always had my back. If I couldn't do things while I was handicapped, I couldn't go to the store and get things. They would go like get things for me and able to do certain favors for me. So then I think that helped me a lot to know like, damn, I'm not alone in this. These guys are willing to help me and know my situation. So I definitely thank them for that.
That's really cool that you can rely on your teammates like this just to when you get
Yeah,
to a certain point in your life. That's
for
wow.
sure. For sure.
So from your journey, like just finishing college and then going to the Los Angeles Rams, or as your journey progressed, how did you know that's where you wanted to go? Or that like I know it's just a team that picked you up, but how did you
Right.
know that that was the right set for you or the right path for you?
Whew. Well, I was willing to go to, I mean, before even getting chosen by the Rams, I was willing to go anywhere.
Okay.
Any 32 teams, wherever you need me, I'm there. But when I heard it was the Rams that wanted to sign me, I was really amazed because I had a former teammate, Cooper Cup, who
Mhm.
also was on the Rams, and another teammate, Samson Ebukam, who's also with me at Eastern as well.
Mhm.
And I also had another third teammate, Aaron Neary, that was there. It was crazy. We had three guys that was on my team that's on the Rams. And
Oh,
when the Rams wanted to sign me, I was just shocked, because they just went to the Super Bowl the year before,
mhm.
and so they were a high caliber team, and
Mhm.
in LA, so and close to home. So it was all just like, wow, like is this all alignment? Like this is kind of crazy, but it was cool just to that amazement of just knowing like, wow, I dreamt of this since I was a kid, and I'm able to even just say like, wow, I'm in the NFL now. I think that was one of the most like greatest days of my life for sure.
That's so cool. And so from your journey, how have you progressed through like going to Los Angeles Rams and then you went to the 49ers, did you not? Or
Yes, for a
yeah.
quick period of time.
Okay.
You,
And
you
then
said how my transition, you said?
yes, like from going from Los Angeles to the 49ers and then being wherever you would continue to go.
Right. Okay. So, I mean, I don't think a lot of people notice that, like, in the NFL, just in your career, um, things can get very volatile, with the business side of things. Yes, it's a sport, but it's all entertainment. It is a business,
Okay.
and teams make a lot of transactions throughout the years. If it's trades, if it's cutting people, signing people left and right, the uncertainty of your situation, especially me being undrafted.
Mhm.
That made it a very volatile career for me, where just like you don't know if they want to keep you, you don't know if they want to cut you, you don't know what's going on. Every year you're fighting for a roster spot, because you're not those first round, second round picks. So you have to really get it out the mud pretty much, and definitely do the work like as if you're a rookie every single year. And so I would say my transition was tough. It wasn't easy. It's I would say obviously it's hard to make it, but it's even harder to stay. So you have to put in the work every single day in and day out to keep yourself locked in a position to where you're not that guy they're calling in. Well, I mean, wanting to send home.
Mhm.
So I told myself that every single day I'm gonna bring it 100%, 110% every single day. If it's in the film room, if it's on the practice field, if it's even in the games when I get my opportunities and things like that, I will give it my all because just in a blink of an eye, it can all just go away,
Yeah.
and then you live your career. So I would say my transition was pretty tough, and
Okay.
then obviously being cut by the Rams after my second year, and then being signed by the Niners. I was only there for a just for training camp, so pretty much training camp and the preseason games,
Mhm.
and they wanted to bring me back on their practice squad,
Okay.
but the Chicago Bears ended up claiming me, so I went to Chicago. So within I want to say a 6 week, 7 week period, I went from
Okay.
being on the Rams to being on the Niners, then to being on the Chicago Bears, all within 7 to 6 weeks.
That's
So
crazy.
life is changing. I went from LA to San Francisco to Chicago, just like that. So yeah, it's just part of the career you chose.
Yeah, you're so quick to like move on to the next place. But how was it in Chicago? Like, would you want to be back in California or do you love it in Chicago?
To be honest, I love Chicago. Chicago as a city as a whole is beautiful, great people, great vibes. I've met I would say that was one of my coolest experiences being in Chicago because it just the individual the teammates, the team, the individuals, people. There's good people in the Midwest out there, and I'll never take that for granted. I met a lot of great friends, lifelong friends now, and just learned a lot. Just learned a lot.
It's good. What would you say you've learned the most from like being in your journey through football and in life in general?
Whew, what else have I learned the most? Great question. I would say I've learned, I would say I've learned to always build your connections, network,
Yes.
right? No matter who it is, no matter, because people like to put a perspective on people or levels on people, like, oh, he's the owner of this, or he just works here, things like that.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I've learned, and I think this is off of just life experience from me, not even from somebody else, but just treat everybody with respect, no
Mhm.
matter how high up they are in their field, no matter where this person's at in his field. No matter he's the employee or he's the boss.
Yeah.
Treat everybody the same, because you may never know what type of benefit this person can be to you, but you can be to them.
Yeah.
Because it's been time where I've been respectful to people who I didn't know that were well connected within the city, that helped me in situations get in or get access to certain spots that you needed to know somebody in that space to even get access to. Things like that. And that right there was just me being genuine, being respectful to people. So I'll always treat people. That's what, like, I would say that's the one thing I would say I've learned was just treat everybody
Mhm.
as if they're equals and things like that. You treat everybody with genuine respect, you may get some great reward in return with that.
Yes, you never know. And why did you pick being a wide receiver?
um, well, my whole life I wanted to be a running back, just
Okay.
like your brothers. I've always wanted to be a running back, just like your brothers. But I think I think it just made sense for my size, my weight, and just my abilities and things like that. I wasn't like a big, just coming out of high school, I wasn't like a big guy. I was kind of skinny, fast,
Yeah.
and can run a bit. So I think receiver was the best fit. 'Cause I was a quarterback my whole
Okay.
life until college.
Wow.
And so a lot of people don't even know that about me, but I was a
Yeah.
quarterback, and I just knew that, like, going to the next level.
Mhm.
I don't think quarterback was going to be my main position. It could have been, who knows, maybe. But I've always wanted to play something else than just quarterback. I just did it for the team. So, but I think receiver was probably the best fit.
Okay.
But I ran a 40-yard dash at pro day, and I
Okay.
ran a 4.4 40.
Oh, no. Oh,
Yeah,
yes, that's good. That's
4.4.
fast.
I'll take it. I'll take it. So after our last college game, which was in the FCS National Championship, I went to go train in Denver at
Mhm.
this,
Oh,
at this place called Landau Performance. Yeah,
okay.
I was in San Antonio,
Oh, okay.
Colorado.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not too far.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was there. I was training out there near the Broncos
Yes. Stadium.
facility.
Okay.
So I was there for 3 months,
Hmm.
and we actually had a few Boulder guys there that I've
Oh,
met. And
nice.
yeah. I had a few Boulder guys there that I met, and we was all training for 3 months.
Okay.
And the guys that were training us, especially the guy named Augie, he trained us very well, speed and with explosiveness and things like that. I think I've actually gotten faster in those 3 months than I've ever had, and I think that those training sessions helped me get to where I need to get to the run of 40.
And since you brought up my brothers, I was wondering, who did you look up to the most from the running backs? Like, was it Kyle, Chris, or Kenneth?
I think it was, honestly, it was both.
It
It
was,
was both. Before your youngest brother was balling. I remember being in the living room with my dad watching y'all
Mhm.
games. I mean, watching their games,
Yeah, yeah.
um, on like the local TV network,
Yes.
and they were ballers. They was ballers. What? They used to go crazy, and it was so crazy. What's
Mhm.
so crazy is I actually, when I was in college, I don't
Yes.
think you know. I don't think you noticed.
I don't.
When I was in college.
Mhm.
I was in a city called Spokane.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
where Gonzaga is, right?
Yes.
And I think it was like a party, big old block party or something like that going on. And I walked past a guy and I'm like, wait, hold on. Am I tripping? Is that? And I forgot either there's Kenneth, that's the youngest, right?
Yes, Kenneth's the youngest.
And then Chris is
One
the
year.
middle, right?
Yes, Chris the middle.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I say, hold on, is that Chris?
Yes.
and end up being your brother. It ended up being your brother, literally in the middle of like in the middle of it was at night, block
Mhm.
party, wherever it was, and I see your brother, and we like, "Oh, what's up? How you doing?" Because obviously he went to Idaho, so
Okay.
yeah, I think he came up from Idaho to go to Spokane. Everybody from the
Yeah.
Wazoo, the Idaho, the Eastern, they all like
They're only like
sometimes
6 miles
meet.
apart from each other, so you can just drive or anything. Like,
Literally,
right?
literally. So when I seen him, I was like, it was just a small world. I was
Yes,
just like, this is
exactly.
crazy. How you doing, bro? We just talking for a bit and stuff like that. And yeah, that was a quick little story. I don't think you know that, but yeah, I seen your brother just on some random night. That's
Yeah,
just
that's so
crazy. But
cool.
no, your brothers are ballers though. All of them. All of them.
I know
All of
we've
them.
known each other for a long time, but how many years have we known each other from like my siblings and Auntie Joanne and everything?
I remember being at your crib when I was like, I think elementary school or something like that. I want to say it's been maybe almost for sure over 20 years. I want to say.
Jeez, yeah,
Maybe 20, maybe more. I don't know. It's been about that long.
because I'm
With
23,
me,
so
you're 23, huh?
yeah,
So
I
I
just
don't think you
turned.
remember this. I
Yeah.
don't think you remember this. Uh, it was a. I don't think maybe it was your crib, but I
Okay.
think you were probably too young. There was a fire at your crib or something like
Oh
that. We
yeah, there
all
was a
had to run
fire
out
in
the
our
house.
house.
You
Yes.
remember that?
Yeah, so I was
Oh
one
my
though.
God.
Like,
That was yeah, no. That was one of my experiences being down there. Y'all
okay.
in San Jose and things like that. That was
Yeah.
my biggest. And then obviously you guys come here for the holidays
Yeah.
up to Antioch and things. Yeah, that's crazy.